This week marks 100 years since newspaper readers in the UK began puzzling over their words, trying to solve sometimes fiendish cryptic crosswords.
Fiendish is a good word. I like the word fiendish, just in itself. First published Telegraph. This was in 1925. Century on, the paper has teamed up with intelligence agency GCHQ to create a special challenge.
So this morning we've been asking you to figure out the answers to our own breakfast clues, and we will shortly reveal the answers. Comedian Dave Gorman, a crossword aficionado or cruciverbalist? Cruciverbalist. Is that when you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm a cruciverbalist.
I never introduce myself with reference to anything. I say, hello, my name's Dave.
What do you do, Dave?
I set crosswords.
What does that mean?
I'm a cruciverbalist,
There you
Naga.
go.
There you go. You got it out of me. You got it out of me.
I've never heard that phrase before.
No, I shouldn't think many people have, and it's not likely to be necessary in many conversations.
Those people at GCHQ would have known that.
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah, they would.
They're the smart
So
ones.
is the technology you brought here direct from GCHQ? This easel and paper and
this is
pen?
just in case we get to things that need a bit of explaining.
I like
So,
the idea of that.
OK, first, GCHQ's chief puzzler, known only as Colin, well, he's sent... You're going to get this. He sent us a message.
Good morning. I'm Colin, GCHQ Chief Puzzler. Today we're sharing a new cryptic crossword to mark 100 years since the first ever Daily Telegraph crossword. We have produced what we hope is a fun puzzle, but one which reflects the work of GCHQ and other intelligence agencies. Every clue has a relevant reference, including to our history, national security partners, and our current signals intelligence and cybersecurity work, and there's even a hidden clue to be found. The kind of thinking required to solve puzzles helped code breakers at Bletchley Park and remains relevant to the complex problems we solve today. I hope you enjoy it. And to Dave Gorman, I hope you find it good-ish.
OK.
That was for you.
Yeah.
The gauntlet has been laid down in a way.
There is a special crossword and there's a prize of a trip to Bletchley Park, I think.
Yes.
But I didn't set that crossword. I have had a look at it and I could sort of... On first pass, I got sort of a third of it, but the rest of it looked like it was solvable to me.
The thing with cryptic crosswords, I'm useless at them.
Yeah.
Because I think you have to almost have a relationship with the paper, not with the paper, but with knowing the people who are setting it.
Well, that's the thing with cryptics compared to regular crosswords, is a cryptic crossword has some personality in it, where a regular crossword... Like, my mum does regular crosswords all the time, and I look at it, and it'll be a clue, it'll say, girl's name, 4 letters. That could be anything. That could be Mary or Lucy or Lisa or Sarah or Naga or so many hundreds of possibilities. And it's like a really dry quiz. But the equivalent in a cryptic would be woman in army exercises. And you think, oh, army is exercising. Those letters, A-R-M-Y, are moving around. That's Mary.
Oh, see, I'd have said
that
G.I. Jane. This is why I'm so rubbish at these.
But I was imagining a 4-letter clue
Jane.
for a girl's name.
But Jane.
Yeah, OK. But it was Mary in my head. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go on, Charlie.
No, it just takes me a long time to do catch-up with these things.
Yeah.
What are we going to do on the easel? That's what I want to know, and the audience wants to know what's happening on the easel. Are you going to do a thing for
if
us?
we've got clues we want to get into...
OK, are we going to do that now? So we did we put out the clues this morning, didn't we, for the BBC Breakfast Cryptic?
Yeah.
Are we going to do that now? So we got those
so
up.
what's the clue? This is television presenter, familiar for king and country.
Dave, do you want to take us through what's going on in your head when you read that? Should we leave it up on the screen? So
you can leave that on the screen.
Is that possible? And then Dave can explain.
So I wrote that clue for you. And what it is, so TV presenter. The thing with a cryptic clue, compared to a normal clue, is there is a normal clue hiding in it. A cryptic clue is basically 2 separate clues. You've got a normal, quick crossword clue and some wordplay, and they both lead to the same answer.
All right.
So in that clue, the definition is TV presenter. And the rest of it, familiar for king and country we hear, is the wordplay. So, familiar for king. Let's start with familiar for king. What's the king's name?
Charles.
Charles. What's a familiar version of Charles? We're looking for a familiar for Charles.
Chuck. Chucky.
Chuck. Any others you can think of?
Chaz, Chucky, Chuck.
I think you might be able to think of an even better one.
Charlie.
Charlie. There we go. So a familiar for king is Charlie. Next part of the clue is and country we hear. So we're looking for a word that means country, but it's going to be spelled differently because it's a homophone. We hear a word for country.
Oh, I didn't get that bit.
So think of another word for country.
Territory.
Yeah. It's 5 letters.
Terror.
No. I mean, really,
yes,
if
I know.
anyone can
State,
get this,
I know.
it's you, Charlie.
Look, I know.
Because state is another word for country, but we hear it, so what we're hearing is Charlie State, who is a TV presenter.
There we go.
And if you can't get that, we are hopeless.
Dave, if I'm honest, and I'm always trying to be honest with these things, I knew... We were told the answer this morning. Inadvertently, we heard the answer this morning. Okay. So that was slightly spoilt the mystique.
Okay.
There is another one. Are we doing the other one now?
Yes.
Yes, we've got another one.
I haven't told you the answer to this one this time.
Do you know the answer to this one?
Yeah, I got it.
Dave, pick it up.
So you solved this one?
Yeah.
OK. Do you want to walk us through the answer, or do you want me to?
Well, prisoner, copper and lawyer finally agree.
Yeah.
Now, I go about this a different way. So I looked at the words finally agree.
Yeah.
So to agree. But then so there are lots of words to agree. And then I thought of a word and I thought I was right because a prisoner is known in slang as a
Exactly.
convict.
Yeah. So we've got a con.
And I don't understand how the rest of it... Because I would have said dirty dog and prisoner.
OK. Yeah, which would also lead there.
The word I got was concur.
Yes. Well, that's a good way of solving. So you can look at either end of the clue and you will find the definition hiding there. So just going agree might be the definition. What's a 6-letter word for agree is a really good way of beginning to solve cryptic crosswords. And you've done exactly the right thing. You've gone, if it is concur, how does that work with the wordplay? Well, con is a prisoner, so I'm sort of getting there. So now what we've got to do is justify how we get cur. Well, we've got a copper. Do you know your chemical elements?
Cu.
Cu for copper. You see, on the periodic table. And lawyer finally. So we're going to only consider the word lawyer.
Final letter.
Finally. We only take the final R from lawyer. So we got Cu for copper, R for lawyer finally, con for prisoner. You put them all together, you get concur, which is the other word in the clue, which is the definition.
I do feel better about it because I didn't understand how to get there.
But you got there as well. You did solve it.
Yeah, but getting it right is not the same as understanding how you got it right.
Well, yeah, but I think that's a good way of beginning to solve. I think most people don't know. If you don't do them, no one's told you that the definition is at one end of or the other. And people who are sort of frustrated and think, I want to be able to do these, but I'm not sure how. The easiest thing you can do is treat it like a quick crossword, assume that the first or last words are the answers, and just see how far you get. And then see if you can back any of your hunches about how the wordplay might work, which is what you did when you went, well, concur means agree and con is a prisoner. I might be there. I think a cup of coffee and you would have seen Cu is copper.
Maybe.
I think you would have done.
Many things I like about this.
Yeah.
This is great insights, because I'm someone who struggles with these things, and that is a really interesting way of doing it, and I'd never thought about that. 2, who needs fancy graphics when you've got a nice, pen and you can write on a easel?
I'm always available, and due to the unique way the BBC is funded, I think this might be the future for breakfast.
Do you think, with the whole idea of getting the process, of understanding the process... So, I don't know if you do cryptic crosswords and then don't get some.
Yes.
And then the next day, usually in the paper, they have the answers, don't they?
Yeah.
Don't you get frustrated if you don't know how they've got to the answer?
But you can normally work it out. And nowadays, there are websites explaining how all the clues work. So if you're really frustrated, you can always go and dig out the answer. But that's how I learned. I was 14 at home, and I didn't understand the cryptic crossword. And I started holding on to yesterday's paper and reading the answers for the day before and reverse engineering how it was put together. That was the thing I did as a teenager. It's got to be good for you.
Going back right at the beginning, Colin called you out literally and said, have you done it yet?
He's figured out a third of it.
I looked at it briefly and I went through and I could do about a third of them on the very first go. But this is the thing, like with the normal crossword, when you see an answer you can't get, you don't go, oh, that's impossible. You think, I'll get some crossing letters and I'll come back to it when I've got some help. And that's what I would do with that grid. I just haven't got the biro out yet.
Do you do one every day?
But I will do. Yeah, I do 2 or 3 a day normally.
Colin will be pleased that you're on board the project. We should mention, if you want to have a go at GCHQ's cryptic crossword in today's Telegraph, that's where you're going to find it. And lovely to see you this morning.
It's a pleasure. I should also say there's a crossword in The Guardian today, which I set as well. So
yeah, all the papers.
All over the different papers.
It's been an education. Yeah. Thank you. Dave Gorman, thanks.